Typically, kickstarting a game has always been a weird gray area for me. It's kinda hard to trust any of them with your money, and that's especially true for an out-of-the-blue gaming studio. Now, I'm not saying you should never back up upstarting devs. I mean, it's your money, you can do whatever you want. But I just feel like I've seen too many projects not live up to expectations, or just outright scam you out of your hard-working bread. That's your bread, not theirs. But things are different nowadays. I've seen a lot of amazing top-tier works come out from the crowdfunding scene. But then I remember, this is the internet we're talking about. Wow, can't wait to take a lovely stroll with my beautiful waifu in fucking Auschwitz. One of the more notable games to have ever come out of Kickstarter managed to not only reach their goal, but to surpass it. All this hype for a small project called A Hat in Time. Right at the very end, they broke their initial goal of 30,000 over 10 times over. Damn. And you know, after almost 5 years, not only was it playable, it was pecking good. A lot of thought has to be given when designing the main character. It's the first thing people think of when they hear your game. They need to be bold, they need to be cool, maybe heroic, badass. The last thing I want is to pick up a game and be like, oh fuck, I'm Rex. Most of the time in games, you want someone who you're able to project yourself onto. Sadly though, I'm not a 2'3" child, which is fine cause, you know, look at her. She's adorable. She has such a simplistic but distinctive design with her big top hat and dangly zipper. I gotta give prop to the character designers. Rarely do I ever get to see purple being used for the MC. Most of the time, that color is often used for the big baddies. You know, protagonists are always red or blue or pink or blue or orange or blue.
That's right, I'm a Beyblade. Going
back to Hat Kid, she's a silent protagonist throughout most of the game, right? But when she does decide to speak,
oh hi there!
There's just something charming about this top hat wearing little fuck. It's adorable. She's literally daughter material. Notice how I didn't say wife. Fucking weirdos. After traversing the ground and having a fist fight with my Roomba, I've come to the conclusion that I am in space. As you can tell by the bald man pounding on my window. In space. The bald guy is like, hey, you gotta pay taxes. And Hat Kid is like, nah, I ain't paying taxes. She really is just a kid. This ordeal causes not only her, but her ship's power supply to go hurling into space. And you need these if Hat Kid ever wants to return back home. Thankfully though, the first place you land on has one of these timepieces. Not even a few steps in, and your attention is automatically glued to this mysterious mustache girl. A girl that I completely ignored. And the game is fine with that. It lets me do whatever I want right off the bat. There's no unwanted tutorial about basic moves that I could have easily found out if it just allowed me to play the game.
If this tank is empty, no water can be sprayed.
No! For real? Wow! What a perfect first level to start at with its bright colors and openness, letting me roam around and test all of my maneuvers without the prospect of, you know, dying. Don't get me wrong, there are still enemies like this bird thing. Think of them as Goombas, not really a threat, but more like an inconvenience. Being killed by one of these is the equivalent of dying from a stubbed toe. How do you die from a stubbed toe? If you meet your end because of this, you probably deserve it. While on my way to the timepiece, I stumbled upon some yarn, okay? Listen. I, or Hat Kid, used the yarn to knit a hat. A hat. Get it? Cause she's Hat Kid? God, I'm retarded. There's many of these yarns littered about in just about every new chapter you explore, and you better collect them because the hats aren't simply for cosmetic. There's many different yarns to collect, which means new hats to wear. This in turn opens up new ways to interact with the world, while also being very helpful on your journey to return home. For example, this one lets me become fast as Sonic, or this cool witch hat that lets me commit arson. Mafia Town and Haddon Time in general is full with a lot of things to collect, treasures to find, crevices to explore. There's so much to do that it's a little overwhelming at first. Good! Overwhelm me. Having a level bare and empty is never a good sign, and the fact that it doesn't feel like I'm walking into a soulless void filled with a bunch of buildings is incredible. It should be taken into consideration how well the developers made sure that Mafia Town actually felt like a town, one full of life and charm.
Dude, get off me!
It simply shows the amount of care and passion that was put into this game. What the fuck? Did he just punch a child? Why would you program that? You assholes! I'm gonna do it again. Returning the timepiece restores power to your spaceship, and that's good because this giant hunk of metal basically acts as your hub. It's the entry point to other chapters. At first it's very limited where you can go around here, but obviously the more timepieces you collect, the more pathways you unlock, and the more places you can fuck shit up. And if I had to be honest, I'm freaking jealous. She has a kitchen, a diving board, a Roomba, a lab, giant cats, a burger, an art gallery, a small band, and a supercomputer. It even has Google. Oh shit. With the same goals in mind, you and Mustache Girl basically become BFFs. And so together you guys infiltrate the Mafia HQ, beat the big baddie, and save the day. Woo! Friendship, yeah. However, everything kinda just falls to shit. Red Riding Hood over here discovers that timepieces have the ability to rewind time.
Whoa! What?
She makes the argument that they should utilize this incredible power by becoming time-traveling superheroes that fight evil. But, come on, you know Hat Kid, she doesn't care.
You have all this power, and you're not gonna use it to fight evil?
Hell nah.
I'll collect all the timepieces for myself! You have my word on it!
Look at her go. Gonna go cry to your mommy. Gonna go trim your mustache. Stupid little. I hate her. And so you're on the clock trying to obtain all the pieces before Goldilocks can do anything drastic with them. Which she eventually does. But wait, dumbass. There's still so much to see. Especially in chapter 2, which houses Murder in the Owl Express. And like the name implies, someone's been murdered and you gotta find the son of a bitch responsible. It's an enjoyable level filled with a lot of mystery, suspense, betrayal, all ending with a complete out of nowhere twist that had my balls dropping to the floor. Now who committed the murder, you may ask? Well, it was I'ma keep my mouth shut and not spoil anything. It's a great act and you should experience the outcome for yourself. But if you're still curious, then I'll be generous and give you a small little hint. It was OJ. You know, I should have mentioned this earlier, but controlling Hat Kid feels so... Her movement is so fluent, precise, like she has some weight to her, but she isn't a statue. Well, I spoke too soon. It's a good thing that she controls the way that she does, or I wouldn't have enjoyed Train Rush, which is personally my favorite act, cause unlike Murder on the Owl Express with its twists and turns and narrative storytelling, in this one you gotta press a big red button or the train goes boom. What can I say? I like the finer things in life.
You know, I haven't seen a good solid neck like yours for a long time.
Why is the talking news trying to kill me? And why is he so convincing? At a certain point in the game, you venture through purple time rifts, which are created whenever a timepiece falls and hits an enemy in the face. This causes the thoughts and dream of said person to materialize, creating a small little world for you to explore. You have to collect these time pawns in order to progress and reach the end where a timepiece is located. But there's also these pages that are scattered about, and collecting all of them reveals a story, or actually the past. You get a small glance into the tragic lives of the villains, which in the process you discover their motives. You know, what pushed them to be an obstacle that you eventually have to fight. Everyone here isn't exactly good or bad, just flawed individuals. Whether if it's a rough past, being too selfish, or falling to a horrible circumstance. Nobody here is perfect, and I like that. It makes you feel for them, or at the very least make them feel less like a one-dimensional evil villain. Like look, it's implied that the mafia men have wives, people that they love. I've been murdering them. I'm creating widows. Eventually, after collecting a certain amount of timepieces, you unlock the final, which is a fucking lie. Apparently, Mustache Girl is a dictator now, and by the looks of it, she sure does love executing her authoritarian power.
Bad guy, next! I said next!
It seems like someone's been busy playing a certain game. Everyone has grown tired of her, and I mean everyone.
Picnic!
Yeah, I don't think this is right.
You've been kinda a selfish little pest, but you haven't actually stood in my way. You get to go on. You're a good guy, I guess.
Huh?
Go on! You get to live! Next!
I'm a good guy? Huh. I'm a good guy. Wow. This bitch is full of shit. Hat Kid, a good person. You're talking about the same kid who kicked people off of roofs, burned a man alive, cursed on public television, traumatized a nerd, almost destroyed a region on her quest for timepieces. She even forged her passport. She is literally the devil.
Excuse me!
She doesn't even care. What a psychopath.
You are the bad guy, and I'll show you how this justice system deals with bad guys. Awesome.
Gosh, there really isn't much to complain about. It's a complete package. I just wish the main story was a little bit harder, especially in the boss department, which is kind of sad because they range from pretty decent to toilet. But you know, that's just a personal preference, and besides, the fuck do I know about difficulty? I play Kirby. At the very end, I had no idea what I was getting myself into when I bought this game. All I knew that it existed, it was on sale, so I bought it. 20 bucks, huh? Damn, you guys got ripped off. I feel kind of bad now. You know what? Since I did enjoy this game, I'll buy some official merch. Yeah. Alright, let's see what we got here. 15 bucks for a freaking pin? Who the hell's gonna pay 15 bucks for that? I will. There's still so much I haven't experienced, like Vanessa's Curse or the Yakuza Metro DLC. And let's not forget the amazing following that was formed all because of this top hat wearing little demon. The amount of incredible art that is produced online for this simple, cute game is just insane. Finally, a good VTuber. Hat in Time is special, going from raggedy ass Kickstarter to one of the top indie games in the world, leaving behind an overwhelming positive impression on the gaming community. This was a joyride that I can't recommend enough. If this is like something up your alley, well then buy it, give it a try. If not, well then, I don't know, play Mushroom Quest. That's all I gotta say about this game, and that's all I'm ever gonna say. Well, of course, until the sequel comes out, which according to the creator is about never. And with that, I sign off. Take it away, Hat Kid.
Bye-bye! You're free!
Fucking adorable.